Yes, sir.
Hey guys, welcome to tonight's webinar. I appreciate you taking the time and joining us. Have some really great information we'll be sharing with everyone. Yeah, my name is Tracy Pugh, been with the company for a bit. And a little bit about me. You ever look back in your life and pinpoint events that took place that really changed the direction of your life? And for me, it was when I was in Atlanta. And guys, I was there on business. I just got off the phone with my kids. I have two small kids at the time, and they're back in Florida with their mom. And guys, I was crying. I mean, literally, I was sobbing. I'm a 40-year-old man at the time, and I was on my knees, and I was praying. I was praying for an opportunity. I was praying for something to change the circumstances that I was in. And I don't know if you've ever been in that type of position, kind of lost in life and didn't really have a direction or a solution to get you out of that, but that's where I was. And that was back in 2012. Now, the ones that are on the line, if you don't know my background, I've spent many years in the pharmaceutical medical space. I was a hospital rep. And I, at one point, covered the entire East Coast of the United States. Okay, so you can imagine my lifestyle was grueling. I was on the road 5-6 days a week, living in hotels, airports, restaurants. That was my life. And guys, I was married. I had two small kids at the time that basically, truthfully, for years, I watched grow up through pictures. And my wife at the time, guys, my relationship with her was through a phone. And also you can imagine my life I was just lonely. I spent a lot of time by myself. In corporate America, where we really strive to get involved in and climb up that corporate ladder, that's what I did. But corporate America they don't care about you. I mean, in sales, all they really cared about was our forecast and that we were on our numbers. That's all. They didn't care how I felt. They didn't care about anything. Guys, as you can imagine, I was absolutely miserable. Now, if you believe in the power of prayer, guys, 2 weeks after that, a great friend of mine, Jim, whom I'm so very grateful, gave me a shout and goes, Tracy, hey, I found something. We need to connect. We need to get together. I need to show you some information. So we caught up about a week later. His excitement just grabbed my attention, right? So we got together about a week later, and he shared with me an ABC primetime investigation. Now, those on the webinar, if you haven't seen that piece yet, make sure whoever invited you to this, get a hold of that link, okay? It changed my life. It's absolutely amazing information. Now, interesting, I can say this now, but back then, being from the medical field, I had no idea what John Kionis was even talking about, right? But I connected with it, right? But even bigger than that, being an entrepreneur myself, being first in unique technology, okay, that's a massive opportunity. And I was feeling that maybe this is the vehicle. Maybe this is what I was needing to change my circumstances. Guys, we're 8-9 years later. My life is so much different. Okay. That life-sucking job that I had, guys, I was able to walk away from that job. And now, unfortunately, I did go through a divorce, but I got custody of my kids. So when I left that position and came home, I was able to be a dad again. Guys, I was able to connect with my kids and raise them like a normal family. Okay. My relationships, my girlfriend, guys, I have a life now. We go out, we dinners, dates, we travel together. I mean, like what you expect in life. And being lonely, those days are way over. My friends, we get together weekly. We have weekly events. My family's all around me. I get to spend time with those I really love and care about. Guys, this is the opportunity that let me have a different life. And what's so amazing about it, guys, is I was able to help other people achieve the same. Okay. Now, I don't know if you can connect with that, but that's my story. Now, I am so excited. Our next presenter, Jessica Crate, she is absolutely amazing, a rock star in the athletic world. She's a huge leader with LifeVantage, guys, not only on the corporate level, but also with her team. She's very well respected. And she just got married, and she's probably still on her honeymoon. So, guys, hey, this is what leaders do. They take time away from their honeymoon so they can jump on calls like this and share their story. So, Jessica Crate, you have the floor.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for that introduction, Tracy. And just exactly what you said is what we're doing, and, living life on our own terms. So we are on vacation. We are in California on the road. So sorry for a little bit of background noise, but I'm super pumped to be on here with you guys for many reasons, because the gentleman that's going to go after me is the one that shared this with me. And it's powerful when someone takes time out of their life to say, oh my goodness, you know what? I was struggling just like you. I found a way. Let me share it with you. And so for me, I was that person. I was that athlete that was constantly getting injured. My husband makes fun of my battered feet from running so many marathons, but I was broken, and I kept breaking, and I was like, I gotta figure out a way to stop getting injured. And then number two, I was sick and tired of working in corporate America and them telling me when I could take a vacation and when I could, you know, take time out and choose when I had to get up and where I had to go work that day. And so for me, I was like, I want to live life on my own terms. And fortunately, a friend of mine who is a 5-time state-time trial champ on the bike, I respected him in athletics. And then he was also in the pharmaceutical world. We worked together, we competed against each other. He's like, hey, I get it. I'm in this ceiling capped environment likewise, and I can resonate with you. And let's figure out a way. And I think I found a way. Let's do this together. If we team up and you see what I see, let's do this. And we teamed up, and it's been such a blessing, because not only is my health better, I recover faster, I sleep deeper, I wake up feeling more fresh, I have more energy, but more importantly, I have more time and time freedom and time to work with people that I want to work with, and how I want to work with them, and why and where. Like, we're in California and on vacation, spring break, and it's been such a blessing for so many reasons. But if, as kids, we dreamed, and we dreamed big. And I think along that journey of life, we lose sight of what it is we truly want out of life, and then we get stuck as cogs and machines, or just in this environment that's depressing. And you guys, now more than ever before, people are realizing, oh my goodness, I could work from home. I could work from home, I could run my own business. And health is the most important thing. Health is the most important commodity. And if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. And so blending those two has been so fun, and being able to work with people that you want to work with, but more importantly, leverage timing and take advantage of feeling your best. I always say to people, if you have a body, you're an athlete, so treat it as such. For me, being able to recover from injury, qualify for 5 world championships in triathlon, and just continue competing and not get broken was a huge plus. But then going, oh, I could do this and make an income and work with people that I want to work with and travel, sign me up again. So, I'm excited for those of you that are on here that are new and taking a look at this, because our products, they are in a class of their own. They flip the switch. We're new technology. And then from a business perspective, looking at, where else could you leverage working from your phone? And if your phone's not currently making you money, and your social media is not currently driving income revenue to you, let's help you do that, because it's so fun and it's rewarding. So I'm super excited to introduce the next individual on here. He is not only that 5-time state-time trial champ on the bike, but he was a former pharmaceutical representative, a physical therapist, and one of the top leaders, not only in this company, but also in the industry. So excited to have Gary Stern take it from here.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate it. And guys, you're hearing a similar story here, right? That we're talking about 2 main things, actually 2 main areas that everybody wants more of: time and health, right? And maybe even throw money in there too. There's a lot of people that want more money too. So more time, more money, more health. And usually you have to choose 1 or 2, and you can't have all 3. But you've heard 2 very similar stories. Mine starts off the same way. I was 40 years old, and I'm asking myself, is this it, right? Is this it? I played super, super hard as an athlete. Like Jessica said, a lot of success on the bike, but also lived a hard lifestyle, like played sandlot football and got beat up doing that, bike racing, snowboarding, surfing, you name it. I beat up this body of mine. I had 6 knee surgeries, pain constantly. My energy levels were like below normal. Still trying to keep up with 20-year-olds on the bike. I'm hitting snooze over and over again with the alarm clock every morning. I don't know if you can relate to this story, right? I'm laughing because it almost sounds like it's a joke, right? Here's this guy, he's almost 40, he's had 6 knee surgeries. His energy levels are like below normal. He's hitting snooze on the alarm clock over and over again. He's watching as multiple people in his company are being fired. In fact, 60% of the people that I worked with in the pharmaceutical industry had been fired in literally like a 6-month period. So it was crazy. They're asking me to cover a larger territory. So get this, when we're talking about what corporate America does, they want me to cover a larger territory. They pay me less. They want me to spend less time with my family and sit through a layoff every 6 months just to see if I still have a job or not. 60% of the people I worked with, gone. And I'm thinking, this is it. Like, this is life, right? I'm tired. I'm miserable. I have no energy. I'm in pain all the time. And I'm not even 40 yet. I don't want to sign up for that program. I don't want that one. Thank goodness, though, my cycling coach, Simon, came along and introduced me to something that was different. Now, I'll be honest. Initially, I sniffed out, just like you probably did, that it was network marketing. And you know what, guys? I said no 28 times. The only person I know that said no more than me is Jessica Crate. She's probably said no 50 or 60 or 70 times by now. But I said no 28 times prior to this. But there were some things that made it different. And that's what I'm going to focus on right now. I'm going to weave in the product story, and I'm going to weave in a little bit of information about the company right now. See, these were the things that were different. It was my cycling coach, somebody that I trusted, that I knew loved and cared about me, wanted me to be the best that I could be. It was my cycling coach, number one, that shared it with me. So somebody shared this with you. You didn't just find it in some want ad or somebody just sending you blatant information on the internet. No, you were specifically invited to take a look. That means that person cares about you. Okay. I understood that with Simon. Also, when he first shared it with me, he said, I'm going to share a clinical study. Guys, my background is physical therapy and pharmaceutical sales. I've been a scientist my entire life. So when they said clinical study, I'm like, yeah, what is it, in some throwaway journal? No, it was in some of the most prestigious medical journals in the world doing studies on our flagship product, Protandim NRF2. Not one. We're at like 27, 28 peer-reviewed studies now in journals like Circulation, which goes out to, it's the Journal of the American Heart Association, goes out to every cardiologist in the United States. When I heard that, I was blown away. I'm like, send it over, send the studies over. You may not understand the studies, but I was able to read them, and I knew right away that I'd be on this for the rest of my life, and so would my family, period. Never put a pill in my mouth. Didn't hear anything else about the business or the company or any of that. All I knew was that it was a publicly traded company, publicly traded on NASDAQ, that had data in, at the time, just a handful of medical journals. Now we're in 28 peer-reviewed medical journals, right? 28 different studies. National Institute of Health did a study showing that Protandim extends the lifespan of a mammal. We can actually make that claim. The flagship study was showing that Protandim NRF2 lowers oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. What does that mean in English, right? That's the part of the John Quinones or the ABC Investigative News Report that we encourage you to get back with whoever shared this with you, to look, to view that. It's part of our system. It's the flip the switch video. You'll see part of the video in there. You can see the rest of the ABC clip online. But what was it? It was the fact that it lowers oxidative stress. See, oxidative stress pretty much causes all the diseases and dysfunctions that we know of, or it plays a huge role in all of these things. And if oxidative stress is bad for you, it's cellular aging, it's rusting from the inside out, then why not use antioxidants? Well, see, here's the problem. Supplements don't work. It's like putting a Band-Aid on the problem, right? They don't work because it's kind of like the power going out. You can hook up a generator, but the generator only works as long as there's gasoline in it. And the generator only works as long as it's able to power everything in the house, which it can. It can only power certain things at a time, right? Just like a supplement can only help certain things. But what if, like Jessica said, like Tracy said, you can flip that switch and flip the power back on again? Do you need the generator anymore? And the answer is no. That's what oxidative stress and basically increasing your body's own antioxidant and anti-inflammatory levels. Protanim's not an antioxidant or anti-inflammatory. We're not saying take the external ones of those. We're saying help your body make more of what it was supposed to naturally. When I saw that in the studies, when I saw that in the clinical information, when I saw that, get this, guys, in the patents that were on the products, I knew that myself and my family would be on these for the rest of our lives, period. I didn't go ask my family, hey, tell me what you think about this. I told them they were going to take it because the research was overwhelmingly in favor of slowing the aging process, throwing the brakes on aging by 40 up to 70% with just that flagship product. We've branched out. We've spread that out into other areas. We have a daily wellness product that boosts your immune system. Right now, who doesn't want to boost their immune system, right? Everybody wants to boost their immune system. And we have a product that does that. We have products that flip the switch on and maximizing your cellular energy, on helping you improve your mood and your cognition, right? We have brain food we were talking about earlier. It's a drink that we have. We have this in a hair care system. Yes, I don't use it here, but I use it down here. A hair care system, a skin care system. We have a new skincare line coming out, all NRF2 activated, which means all patented because we own the patent on that formulation. That's what put the business cap on for me. See, I was miserable in my job, but Simon shared this with me because he thought of me from a product standpoint. And I hope I've done the product justice. If you want more specific information, get back with the person that shared this with you. Ask them to see the overview video. They go into more depth. They show you slides. They show you the clinical information. It's all there. Or you can go on to that person's website and they'll share with you the specific areas that you're most interested in learning more about. But maybe you're like me. Not only did you want to use the product, but you wanted to share it with those that you love and care about. See, the guy that said no 28 times over and over again, when you have a publicly traded company with peer-reviewed science products and patents on it, you want to go share that with everybody that you love and care about because there was nothing else like it. That's what made me say yes to the business. And the business is simple, guys. It's simple. Just like you get postcards in the mail all the time, if you're a part of a frequent flyer program, if you sign your friend up for the frequent flyer program, you get an extra 5,000 miles. Or if you share a credit card offer with somebody else and they open up a credit card, you get a $50 statement credit. Or just like if you, I don't know, share, well, what I was going to say is tell somebody about a movie, which we haven't been going to the movies very much lately, or you tell somebody about your favorite restaurant or any of those things. Unfortunately, you don't get the affiliate check. They don't offer you anything, but we do it anyway. We do it all day long. We recommend, women are recommending purses and shoes or where they got their hair or their nails done. Guys are recommending where they can go to get testosterone shots or whatever. We're recommending things all the time. That's what this business is. What it isn't is going out there and going door-to-door sales. It's not that. Heck no, I already did that carrying around samples in the back of my car. I wasn't going to do that again. No, it's about building networks. It's about building friendships. It's about turning those networks of yours and helping them, turning it into almost like this money-making machine where you're helping your network build an income on the side. I don't know if that sounds interesting to you, but I was like, yes, sign me up. I'd love to earn a little extra on the side. I never thought it would grow into something big. I just wanted to earn a few $100 so that I could get my product for free. But by following a simple system, see what you need is a system. Case in point, think about like if I made a plus on the screen right here, right? Think about the cash flow quadrant. In the upper left-hand corner, you have people that are employees. Down in the lower right, you have self-employed. You either have a job or you own a job, right? That's what a self-employed means. Means if you're not there, the work's not happening, right? You've got to do the work in order to get paid. On the other hand, over here at the top, you have business owners, and at the bottom, you have investors. Here's the crazy thing, guys. That self-employed and employed, that's 90% of the world. 90% of the world has a job or owns a job. and only 10% are business owners or investors. This is where it's going to really kind of tick you off. This is where it got to me. 90% of the wealth is over here with the people that are business owners or investors, and only 10% is over here with all the people that are working. 90% of the world is employed or self-employed and has 10% of the world's wealth. 10% of the world owns a business or a system, or they're an investor and they own 90% of the wealth. So wouldn't you want to make that switch where you can put a system to work for you, where you have leverage, where it doesn't all rely on you all the time? Because let's face it, what happens if something happens to you? What if I was one of those people that got laid off? That's what made me say yes to this, honestly, to doing the business, is I thought, what if I get laid off in the pharmaceutical industry? Then what? Why not build something in the meantime? And we have a simple system. It's literally as simple as inviting somebody to take a look, sharing some of the tools that we have with them, and then connecting them to something like this. And when you do that, as they buy the product or as they join you in your network to build this with you on your team, you get a thank you check from the company because you're the one that shared it with them. And those thank you checks multiply as your organization multiplies. That's it at the end of the day. Instead of some retailer and middleman and everybody else making profits, you do, because you're the one out there sharing this with others. It's the simplest, most cleanest business model I've ever seen in my life. You don't have to have a business license. You don't have to make a massive upfront investment. You don't have to have employees or rent or overhead or any of those things. I have all that. I'm in the lower left-hand corner too. I'm self-employed technically because I own a bicycle shop. I've been employed. I've been self-employed. Now I'm a business owner because I have thousands of people out there sharing this message at the same time in my organization. And I'm an investor. It gives me the time to be able to invest so I can put my money to work for me. So I have time working for me and money working for me. And you can have the same too. Maybe you just want an extra few $100. Maybe you just want to tell your family like I did and get them started. You never know how it's going to turn out. But since Simon shared this with me, guys, within 2 weeks, I was sleeping better. Within 4 weeks, I had more energy, like waking up energized. You heard all three of us talk about energy. Like we just had this energy and this restfulness and this recovery that we didn't have before. I was breaking power records on the bike within 6 weeks of starting these products. I was recovering and was excited about life again, right? I think before it wasn't that I was so tired that was making me miserable. It was the fact that I was worn out. I was worn out of being a pharmaceutical rep on the verge of losing my job and being in pain and agony and inflamed all the time. Those things were wiped away as when I started this. But the most important part, like Tracy said in his talk, I got to be that dad. I got to be that dad in the back of the classroom when all the other dads were working. I got to be that dad at every practice, at every ball game, at every swim meet that my son, at every concert that he did. When we want to go on vacation as a family, I'm the one that doesn't really have to check my schedule because I'm ready to go. I don't have to ask off from a boss. I don't have to worry about shutting a business down and being away from it. No, because we've trained leadership within our team. We know how to do it. So I implore you to get back with the person that shared this with you. If you want some of that financial freedom, if you want some of that time freedom too, if you want that improvement in your health. See, health is three things. It's your physical health, it's your mental and emotional health, and it's your financial health. Let's help you improve your health. That's the business that we are in. So I thank you all for tuning in tonight. I'm going to flip it back over to Tracy to close it down. If you loved what you heard here, guys, you might want to invite people to the next one and make sure you get started in the process. So Tracy, I'll flip it back over to you, my friend. Oh, let me unmute you.
There we go. Thanks, Gary. I appreciate it. Hey, guys. Hey, thanks for jumping in tonight. I tell you, being involved in this company, the most important thing is the friendships, which we now call family. But get with the person who invited you tonight and let them know where you stand. If this is not for you, no big deal. We don't care. We've already made this our decision. We're involved in it. But if it's not for you, just let them know. If you need more information, they can definitely point you in the right direction for that. If you want to get started. Get your ID. Matter of fact, we have another one of these on Saturday at 2 p.m. we can help you or coach you how to invite to that one and start building your business and launch your business. And it's as easy as that. So thanks again for jumping on. I greatly appreciate it, you guys. Have a great night.
Awesome. Thanks, Tracy. Thanks, Jess. Great job, guys.
Thank you.